So here's what makes PARCC unique. First is its goals, its assessment, is actually aligned to the Common Core state standards. And it moves towards multiple assessments per year. It is unfair to tell a child they failed at the end of the year, when you should know by December who's going to make it or not, and then you could do response to intervention. They're already doing that at elementary school levels with things like DIBELS. Well, now, you're going to be doing that with PARCC. And it goes beyond simplistic questions, though that is probably the scariest part of this. It's not multiple choice for the most part. Think about this. You have kids that have iPhones, right? Playing on iPads. They might be playing Fruit Ninja. But the bottom line, oh, someone's a fan, apparently.
How to get Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, gosh. But they can physically manipulate things, right? So you could have children. Yeah, hand-eye coordination. You can put that in here. One of my favorite questions in math. You have a farmer who has a field. And they show a picture of the field, and they show just a pile of seeds. And it says, plant 3/4 of this field. And there are 4 rows. So the kids have to drag the seeds and plant the correct amount. Is there any partial credit on that? I mean, you either know that you have 4 rows and you need to drag seeds to fill 3 of them, or you don't, right? That's it. So this is much more high stakes, much more difficult in a sense, because you can guess on multiple choice. You can't guess when someone is asking you to move and manipulate things across the screen. Or at least it gets much more difficult. There are 6 goals. We'll go through this real quick. 1, determine whether students are college and career ready. 2, assess the full range of the Common Core state standards. That's the big one. Measure the full range of student performance. A lot of tests like LEAP get capped out. They are not difficult enough for gifted students or for high-achieving students. So you actually have, especially when you start teaching, you have a lot of students comparatively score mastery. Likewise, let me tell you a real dirty secret about education right now. We always like to report basic on the LEAP, right? These kids are scoring basic. Is basic at grade level?
No. Not at all.
Not at all. And that's something that we don't talk about enough. We measure students and we say, okay, this kid made basic, they passed, they made it. But basic is not indicative of what grade level is or should be. And especially, that's going to hit us when we move to PARCC. Provide data during the academic year. If you're giving multiple tests a year, you know how students are performing during the year. And they can also provide data for accountability. All that stuff about value added we talked about earlier. Now you can see how your students are growing in your class from August to March at 3-month intervals. So you can see if your students are improving, and so can your principal. And then, this sounds first to me like a buzzword. Incorporate innovative approaches. Sounds nice, right? But what does it mean? I think the bottom line is they're talking about technology here.